What's up, y'all? Welcome to Tabletop Bros. Today I'm going to be busting out the Monument Hobbies Pro Acryl base set. Back in the day we didn't have nearly as many options, so now that we're spoiled for choice, it's really hard to decide what to pick up. Monument Hobbies has been making a lot of noise on the scene lately with their new Pro Acryl paint set, so I figured I'd take a look. It's $99.99 or $100 for this. It's made in the USA, which is definitely nice for us Americans. It's a total of 24 colors, is about $4 per paint, which is a nice deal, and they are 22 milliliter bottles. So a little bit larger than most of the competition. They have an interesting bottle design as they're basically screw top dropper bottles. So here on the front we can see all of the colors listed, black, white, all the primaries, and then a bunch of other stuff as well. So let's bust into this, take a look, and I'll give you guys my honest opinion of the overall color selection and everything inside, and what I think of the new Pro Acryl base paint set. Alright, so we got 2 racks of paints. And I've got them kind of organized so they're similar, like in color, so it's a little easier to see exactly what we got here. So starting off with the actual black, we can see essentially that it is like a screw top, and then this is an actual like dropper bottle. They're pretty nice. And then when we take off the actual screw top, there is like a seal itself inside, so you do have to go through and individually remove all those seals. Now I have not used the Pro Acryl paints yet. I've only used their washes so far, and I was pretty impressed with them overall, and that's kind of what made me decide to branch out and check out the paints themselves. Alright, so we'll take a look at the actual paints. We've got coal black, dark warm gray, and then we have bright warm gray, ivory, bright ivory, bold titanium white, and then we have mahogany, dark umber, light umber, tan flesh, golden brown, and magenta. Alright, and then our second rack is burnt red, bold pyrrole red, orange, golden yellow, green, camo green. And then we have jade, dark gray blue, blue, sky blue, faded ultramarine, and purple. So a pretty nice selection overall. Now let's go through and pull out exactly what needs to be in a set, and then just kind of see what else is in the set and how that looks. And then I'll give you guys my honest opinion. Alright, so right off the bat, you need to have your primary colors, you need to have black, and you need to have white. So these are like the most necessary 5 paints that you would always want to have. And then essentially with these paints right here, you could basically mix like anything you need. And then of course we're going to want to have some secondary colors as well. So we'll add in the purple, the orange, and the green. And then probably something like a dark umber and a dark gray as well. So this is basically the 10 paints that I think are pretty much necessary. Now again, you could get away with those initial 5, but I think this 10 right here is basically everything you need. Now from there you can kind of expand the range, and we can kind of fill in a couple of gaps. So something like a jade is really nice. Obviously that's a nice looking color. That kind of covers between like the blue and green. It's also nice to have something like a light warm gray. And then also something like an ivory. So you have basically like a cool and a warm. It's not bad to have something like a lighter brown as well. And then probably something along the lines of a flesh tone. So again, I think they did a pretty good job here. So now we've got 15 paints laid out. And now the next 7 are where it could kind of go either way, to tell you the truth. So I think a darker red is nice. A darker green is never a bad idea. And then of course a darker blue as well. A pink is always nice to have. So that's 17 paints right there. So we got 5 left. So let's look at the 5 that are the least prioritized, at least in my opinion. So basically what we have left at this point in time is the golden brown, which isn't bad. We have the mahogany, which again, not bad, but maybe a little bit redundant. The bright ivory is okay, but we already have an ivory in the set, and we have a white. So again, a little bit on the redundant side. And then we have 2 blues left over as well. We have the sky blue, which is a nice color. And then we also have the faded ultramarine. So I think when it's all said and done, the actual color selection for this set is pretty nice. I can't speak on the actual quality of the paints yet because I haven't used them, but I will definitely be trying them out very, very shortly here. And then I can give you guys my honest opinion relative to like Citadel paints, and then also something like the older Army Painter range. So we have like the spectrum of what I would consider like the best high quality paint compared to like the worst. And I think if Pro Acryl falls somewhere closer to the Citadel side, even if it's not necessarily better than the Citadel paints, it could definitely be a viable option to replace them, especially since in the past I've run into some difficulties with Citadel paint containers. A lot of people don't like the actual pots. If you don't take proper care of them, they can not seal all the way, and then your paints can dry up And then also sometimes there's inconsistencies in like the overall paint quality. But I think overall, based on first impressions, based on color selection, the actual containers themselves, and their reputation, as well as the price of $100 for this starter set, I think it's pretty nice. I think potentially they could have added a medium into the set. It would have been nice to have that if you want to thin your paints, but we'll see how they react with water and then also with some medium to see when I test them out. And then also potentially, I think like for a Pro Acryl base set, it might not be a bad idea to have like a silver and gold or at least some kind of metallics in here. But I understand that they have like a different box set for their metallics as well. So let me know what you think if you've already tried out the Pro Acryl paints. So far, I've heard really good things about them. Also heard really nice stuff about their brush-on primers, and I've seen some of them in person. And right out of the bottle, they look great. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to give us a like and subscribe. Hopefully by now, Tabletop Bros has earned your subscription. But I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up there so I could give these bad boys a try. But from the initial unboxing of the Monument Hobbies Pro Acryl paint set, I gotta say, it looks good to me. But that's it from the Tabletop Bros. Later.